if y'all can hear that, but we're having a really big thunderstorm, so if you hear any like booming and crashing and rumbles, that's why. But there are two things that I see single moms doing all the time that are causing them to not live the life that they truly desire and the life that they truly deserve. The first one is that single moms, we don't ask for help as often as we need it. Usually we become single moms out of the not greatest of circumstances, right? And a lot of the times we don't have the help or the healthy co-parenting relationship that we want, and we have had to do a lot of things on our own. So we get used to doing things on our own, and then we feel like, one, asking for help is weakness, and then if we ask for help, then we're not strong enough, and so we should just go ahead and keep on doing it and save face, don't get judged, things like that. But the other reason that we don't ask for help is because we don't trust other people to follow through on what they say they're gonna do. Now, this is 100% valid. I get it. I've been there a lot, and it's something that I have to deal with every single day. And both of these need to be nipped in the bud. One, doing everything by yourself does not make you a superhero. Think about it. Even the Avengers team up. The rebels in Star Wars, they team up. They get together and they use each other's strength together to get the job done, to do what it is that they need to do. You can't do life on your own. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is the biggest sign of strength. It is admitting, I don't know everything. I can't do it all on my own. I don't have unlimited strength. I'm going to reach out and find someone to fill in the gaps for me so we can do this together and I can achieve what it is that I'm wanting to do. So the first part of that is accepting that asking for help does not make you weak. There are people in your life that have made you feel like every time you ask for help that you're a burden, and therefore you just keep it to yourself so that way you don't burden anybody else and you just get it done. Because you know that if you just put your mind to it, you can do it. It doesn't matter how burnt out you are, it doesn't matter how tired you are, it doesn't matter how at end of the rope you are. These are the cards life dealt you, so you don't really have a choice in the matter. The other part of it is learning how to trust people, and this one is incredibly difficult for a variety of really obvious reasons, right? We were let down by somebody who was supposed to partner with us. Not in all cases, but in most that I have experienced, in most that the women that I've worked with and talked to. And so we're like, okay, if they can't even step up, how am I supposed to expect somebody else to step up? And the reality is that there are a lot more people out there that are willing to help than you realize. There are those people that are going to let you down, but there are also a ton of incredible people who want to support you. You just have to work on finding them. You have to allow yourself to open up and find them. And this sucks, right? It sucks because you have to open yourself up to possibly getting hurt. You have to open yourself up to being let down. And it sucks, but it's worth it. It's worth going through a few disappointments to find someone who could genuinely change your life. And I'm not talking about do some big magical thing for you. I'm talking about finding a friend who's willing to help. Maybe a group of other single moms where you guys come together and you swap childcare, and maybe you all get together and do laundry at somebody's house while y'all watch, TV and the kids hang out. I know it sounds too good to be true, and I thought it was for a very, very long time. But the truth is those people exist. And hey, those people may not be near you. You may not be able to go over to someone's house and do laundry, but you may be able to turn on Zoom and you can all hang out and chat and have a girls' night while you put laundry away. Maybe you can FaceTime someone while you're cooking dinner. It's not a perfect situation, but it is one that can significantly help you. Because a lot of the times, we don't necessarily need help in the physical sense, we just need help in the knowing that we're not alone. We need help in the sense of company and friendship and understanding, right? And there's no real easy answer to it. But the biggest piece of advice that I could give is to open yourself up to it. Open yourself up to meeting someone really awesome, to meeting some incredible friends, some incredible people that can genuinely support you and help you along your journey. That one's pretty obvious. You hear it a lot in mom groups and single mom groups. You need to find people to help, and that one's not all that controversial. The second one may not be as happily received. We drastically underestimate what we are capable of. Now, I know that sounds really crazy considering I just said that we try to do everything alone, right? Like we push ourselves, and that is very true. But what I mean when we underestimate ourselves, we underestimate our capabilities when it comes to going after our dreams and making things happen. I understand that there are seasons, right? There are seasons of your life where your motherhood needs to come first because you've got little kids at home, you've got mouths to feed, you have all of this stuff going on. Your dreams need to be on the back burner. And I understand that. I have been there for a very long time. But there's also a season where you need to make yourself and your goals and your dreams a priority. And I know that sounds almost arrogant now that I actually say it out loud. So I understand that. And I am not saying that you are supposed to burn your candle at both ends and always go and never take a nap. What I am saying is that you need to make yourself and your dreams a priority in the way that works for you. A lot of us will say, oh, well, I will start the podcast when I don't have kids at home anymore. I will start that business when life slows down. I will, begin scrapbooking again when life gets a little bit easier. Right? Like we'll start that workout program when you're not so tired, right? There's all of these things where we will tell ourselves that we will do something when, knowing full well that when is never gonna come. I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day. We were just kind of talking about how we were calling ourselves our BS excuses. And the reality that there's never gonna be a point where we're not gonna be tired, right? Like my friend, she's got 4 kids and 1 on the way. And she's been telling herself for a long time that she was gonna go after her goal when life slowed down. And it's like, okay, if you want to achieve those goals while being a mom to all these kids, you can't use that excuse that you'll do it when, because you're never not gonna be tired. Life is never gonna slow down. I've been telling myself that, when my son and I get our own place, when things get easier, when all of this stuff. And my life is insane. I don't get the opportunity to have life slow down, right? Because I'm a single mom. Life is insane. I have to work. I have lots of different income streams, so I'm doing a lot. Life is never going to slow down. And so I can continue to make excuses, or I can figure out how to make it work in my life. Now, again, I'm not saying this from a sense of not understanding. I get it. My calendar is packed full and things are insane. And I sometimes feel like I'm not going to get everything done. But the truth is that if I get disciplined with my mindset and with my time, I am capable of doing a lot more than I realize. I am 100% capable of working this new job and running my business and doing my freelance stuff and being a really, really good mom. I am 100% capable of it all. It is 100% possible. It means that I do have to make some sacrifices. It means that I can't spend 2 hours on the Xbox every day, but that also doesn't mean I have to give up all of that time because that's my me time. It means that, okay, I have an extra 30 minutes 3 days a week. I'm going to schedule in that time to be for my Xbox time, to give me time to just chill out and get on there and have an escape. 30 minutes isn't ideal. I'd love to be on there for 3 hours at a time, but unfortunately I have 30 minutes right now, and 30 minutes is better than nothing. It does mean that I don't have a ton of flexibility to go out and do a bunch of last minute things, but it means that right now in this season, I am capable of doing what it is that I want to do, knowing that the sacrifices that I have to make are going to be worth it in the future when I will have more time in my schedule, when I'm able to hire a team, when I am able to outsource some things and I won't have to do it all on my own. Knowing that I can get everything in there and it's possible is both exciting and intimidating, and it's terrifying because it's been really easy for me to lean on my excuses for a really long time. It's been really easy to say I'm a single mom, I just can't. It's been really easy for me to say I just have too much going on, I can't work out because I don't have time. I can't meal prep because I don't have time. Things are just so crazy, I never know what's gonna happen. All of this insanity. But what I'm really saying is that I am too scared to put myself out there and I don't want to fail. So all of this means that I have to wrap my mind around the fact that I'm going to fail and I'm going to get it wrong and I'm going to be a better mom some days than others, and I'm going to be tired on some days. I'm going to be tired more often than not, and there are going to be days where I'm not going to want to spend all of this time with my kid, watching My Hero Academia, but I also know that that's our time together and I'm going to do it anyway. And I would rather sacrifice that rest time for later, knowing that it's coming, knowing that this is for a season. Now, don't hear me wrong. I am not saying to hustle from here into wherever, here into eternity. I'm saying it's a season. There are seasons where you only have time and mental space for your 9 to 5 and for your kids, and that's your life right now. That's fine. And if that's the season that you're in, there is no judgment there at all. But what I am saying is, when is that season going to end? Because if you wait for your brain to tell you when that season's over, it's gonna let you down. Decades are gonna pass by and you're gonna look back and realize that you never went after what you wanted to do. So instead say, when is that season going to come? When is your season of adding in your dream? Even if it's 30 minutes, an hour a day, when is that season going to come? Is it gonna be in a month? Is it gonna be in 6 months? Is it gonna be in 2 years? Whatever it is, make that decision and put it on the calendar. Being a mom is the most important title that I have, but it is not the only title that I have. I am a mom, yes, but I am also a podcaster and a vlogger and an entrepreneur and a gamer. I am all of those things and more, and I deserve to wear each of those labels proudly. I don't want anyone to think that I'm saying this is easy. Absolutely not. The season of my life that I've been in for quite a while has been the most difficult season of my life. But working on creating boundaries around time and getting really disciplined about my calendar and sticking to my calendar has given me so much joy and freedom amidst the struggle and amidst the exhaustion. So whatever that dream is that you want to have, you can have it. You may not have it as fast as you want, and that's okay. And you're going to fall on your face. You're going to get it wrong. You're going to realize you spent more time on work than spending time with your kid that day. You're going to realize you went and took your kid to a theme park that day, but now you're really behind on work and all of this other stuff because you chose to do that. And that's okay. That is all a part of learning and figuring it out. You have to give yourself the grace to fail. You have to give yourself the grace and the space to get it wrong. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you are going after a life that you are capable of and that you are deserving of. And that life is out there and it is waiting for you. You just have to go after it. I really hope that this was received well. I know that can be, especially as single moms, we have enough, especially as single moms, we have enough going on. We have a lot going on and we're constantly being told we need to do more here and do more there. That's not what this is about. I don't want to give you one more thing to do, but I want to give you permission to create time for the thing you want to do, to create time and do the thing that you're desperate to try, because you deserve that, mama. And you can do it. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, and I'm not saying it's even gonna be fun to figure it out, but it is going to be worth it.